Hello and welcome to another update video about Solana. One of the more interesting coins today has so far held in this region. It's consolidating on a fairly high level. I wouldn't rule out that it's going to push higher and further. Obviously, it broke above the descending trend line and that pushed the price to the $25 level. I explained to you earlier today and yesterday that after the breakout to the upside, the $25 range should be reached, because if we look at the previous areas of trade and add a volume profile to the chart, you can see that it really started at $25 and it actually reached 25. It's quite cool. So it actually reached the $25 level. And this is not necessarily a price where I would expect it to just directly go down again. It's more an area now where we would expect choppy price action as we had it before. That's typically what happens when you have these volume spikes. That's the range where resistance starts and where price moves from a trend into a chop. Okay, so from movement into consolidation. May take a little while to get through there. I don't think too much is going to happen until we get the CPI data tomorrow. So I would not rule out that it pushes higher further. What is now the critical support that it needs to hold to be able to push higher? So for me, it is the 78.6 Fibonacci retracement in this particular situation. So that means I would give it a chance to push higher as long as it's holding 2285. In my opinion, a break below the 2360 level, the 50% retracement level, would already be a first warning that it's not gonna go higher, any higher, And then we could say maybe this B wave has already topped. It would be a weak B wave, but it could be, and that we're already coming down in the C wave. But this will only really get much more likely below 2285. That's for me really the critical level. A break below 2285 would really make me prefer much more that we come down directly, and this short-term upside is already done. Because we're exploring, okay, is this only a B wave, or do we get some kind of an impulsive move up in a wave 1, get a higher low in a wave 2 pullback? But I have to say the lower degree wave action and price action is rather unclear. I don't really have a clear micro count. There's just too many possibilities what this could be. Therefore, what we do, we just use basic fibs. The 78.6 fib level is always the important one. And we are watching for, if that level holds. And then essentially, as long as it's holding, we can push higher. We have the VRVP. We know where price is going to slow down. I can add it again because that is really an interesting and important area on the chart with the VRVP. You can see the historical volume, and if I zoom in a little bit, it shows us a very, very clear point of control where really to this price, 25.30 roughly, most volume took place at this price. Most coins were traded at this price. That's the area that really is critical resistance that now needs to be broken to unlock higher prices. So obviously, as expected, it has slowed down here. Now the bulls need to push it beyond 25.30, and then resistance should decrease, and it should allow price to push higher into fib resistance, which starts at 26. Then we have 27.30. These are the relevant levels, and around 27.30, this is when the next volume resistance, you could call it, starts again. So I think we need a bit more patience and get some clarity here, possibly tomorrow. Obviously, don't forget that tomorrow we've got CPI data release, or actually today, depending on your time zone. But there will be some important, developments on the charts. Some volatility scenarios could be completed within minutes and so on. So I don't see a very clear prospect here. But this is, of course, the relevant bullish support. Goes down all the way to $17 in the current scenario. And overall, I'm still tracking bullish scenarios for Solana. It's just that here on this chart, the lower degree price action is not very, very clear. There are just a lot of possibilities, which means we have to be ready for unexpected twists and turns. Okay, that's my update about Solana. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.